Welcome to this introductory video for ACMVET405 Coordinate and Perform Surgical Nursing Routines. You may have noticed on your timetable that this unit is delivered and assessed concurrently with ACMVET413. The reason why we've chosen to deliver and assess these units together is because there are a lot of crossovers between the theory information that's delivered to you, and there are also some crossovers in the assessment items as well. So I'm going to explain to you firstly in this video the assessment items linked directly to ACMVET405, and then I'll give you some information on where you can go to read up about the additional assessments you need to be completing to be deemed satisfactory in this unit of competency. So you'll notice I'm on the ACMVET405 Learn page under the heading Home. This topic will give you an indication of what the unit covers and also outline for you the assessment items required to be completed in order to achieve a satisfactory grade for this unit. You'll notice that there are 8 assessment items that are linked directly to ACMVET405. But if you read on here, it also tells you that you need to complete 2 assessment items for ACMVET413 and 1 for ACMVET406 in order to achieve a satisfactory grade for this unit. So there are actually a total of 11 assessment items that must be completed to achieve a satisfactory result for this unit. For more information on the assessment items and some more information on the detail of what each assessment item entails, you can come to the assessments topic on the contents page on the VET405 Learn page, and here you'll find the student copies of all of your assessment items. Now, if you are an on-campus full-time student, it is highly likely that the majority of your assessment items for ACMVET405 of a practical nature will be completed during your surgical rotations. If you are an in-industry nurse who is studying at TAFE part-time, it is highly likely that your practical assessment items for ACMVET405 will be assessed in your workplace. Now, certainly there may be changes to that schedule, but that will be a conversation you need to have with your lecturer. Okay, so of the 8 assessment items for ACMVET405, 7 of them are practical in nature and 1 of them is an online theory assessment. This little instruction page here gives you an indication of the topics that you'll be assessed on. It also tells you there are 9 questions in this online assessment, that you have a maximum of 60 minutes and it's a closed book assessment. So from the time the assessment starts to the time the assessment finishes, the invigilation conditions are closed book. So absolutely no notes and no books or anything being taken in with you. When it comes to the practical assessments, the majority of your practical assessments will be completed, as I said, if you are an on-campus full-time veterinary student in your surgical rotations. And if you are studying part-time and working in industry, most of these assessment items will take place on your workplace grounds. Now, I just want to draw your attention to the other party report. The other party or third party report must be completed if you are a part-time in-industry nurse, must be completed by your designated mentor in your workplace. Now, your mentor must have a certificate in vet nursing or higher and must be able to verify that you have completed all of these tasks across a minimum of 2 different species. So I have clustered the summary of the task together so that as you complete each summary, you can record the name and the patient's species so that at some point during completion of this document, you can make sure that you've covered off 2 different species. Your workplace supervisor just needs to tick off that you, yes, have met those performance indicators, provide an explanation if they feel the need to do that, and obviously a signature and a date as well. This will then come back to your lecturer, and you will submit it here once it's complete so that your lecturer can sign off the final copy for the third party report. Now, if you are an on-campus student and you are studying full-time, then that third-party report is going to be completed in your surgical rotations, and then you can upload it in the same fashion. Now, assessment 1 of 8, I want to draw your attention to this assessment because this one actually takes place in a practical classroom setting. So you will actually have a scheduled assessment time to complete assessment 1. So assessment 1 of 8 is a practical assessment that will be scheduled. You can check your lesson plan or you can contact your lecturer to find out when that will occur. For part of assessment 6, you will also need to be scheduled into an on-campus practical assessment. Again, that will either be scheduled on your lesson plan or something you need to contact your lecturer about. Half of assessment 6 and all of assessment 2, 3, 4 and 5 will take place, as I said, if you are an on-campus full-time student in your surgical rotations at Pets Intuition, and if you are a part-time in-industry nurse, most likely in your workplace. To get some more information about what those assessments entail, you can click on each of the links. Click on the student information document and it will tell you under tasks to be assessed exactly what it is that's going to be expected of you to complete satisfactorily these practical assessments. Now, even though there is the opportunity to upload, so when you click on one of these assessment items, you will have an upload here button. You actually don't need to upload anything for those assessment items. The only one that will require you to upload something is your third or other party report. And for that, you'll actually upload the report straight into that area on Learn. So as mentioned in the start of the video, you will see if you scroll down on the assessments page that there is some further information about the assessment items that you need to complete for this unit, which aren't contained within ACMVET405. So for this unit, you will need to complete the Assessment 3 Anaesthetic Emergencies Practical for ACMVET413, as well as the written theory task. Now, this is a on-campus practical assessment, which again will be scheduled on your lesson plan. This is an assignment-based assessment. So for more information on those two units, you can either watch the assessment video for ACMVET413, or you can click on the link that's been provided, which takes you straight to that unit so that you can review those assessment items. In addition to the 8 assessment items contained in VET 405 and the 2 extras from ACM VET 413, you will also need to complete Assessment 5, which is an assignment on pain contained in ACM VET 406 Nurse Animals. And again, for more information on this assignment, you can either watch the assessment video for ACM VET 406 or you can click on this link. Each of the topics for ACM VET 405 are outlined in your contents menu. It is encouraged that you do review those topics prior to your lessons commencing. And if you check your lesson plan, it is likely that you've been given instructions about pre-reading prior to your theory sessions and your practical sessions commencing.